Welcome to another You Talk Too Much.
Ah,
Nicolai Gray. Yes, stole it. What you got?
Stole my intro.
Yes.
I am Lachlan. I'm in charge. This is a You Talk Too Much podcast. Pathetic Industries. Fourth one, I think.
Yeah. I am back again, Nicolai Gray. We also have with us Hat.
Hello there. I am a voice, disembodied and unknown.
But incredibly
That's what
sexy.
you want to start with?
You'll hear a lot of me.
Your first line in the podcast is that.
Well, you know, all they're going to hear of me is this for now until there's random video.
We are also joined by Oky and Hat, who will be voicing another character.
Waving.
Wave to the microphone,
I was
kid.
trying not to hit you, but...
Wave to the microphone.
It's okay, you can hit Lachlan.
Score!
Take him down, lads.
Audible in there as well. You can hear that.
Seriously? Let's try this again.
See?
Hey!
Hey, audible smackage.
So as you will have noticed, we have a crazy lady,
I'm not crazy, I'm just violent.
okay, violent lady, and a crazy man.
Hey, I am a disembodied voice and giving you smooth rhymes. I don't know why. Lassie.
Every time you talk, you just like change your voice. Every single time. Just...
Damn it, he knows!
These are the people I decided would be good for voice acting.
Aren't we just professional?
This is why I
pennies?
normally decide who the actors are.
Hey, look, I picked these two because I know that they could act and would act.
Yeah, no,
On
I'm
the
kidding.
upside,
These guys
I'm
are
waiting
good.
to be paid and can wait forever.
Thank God.
Hey, you're funny.
I'm allowed
Am I
to
a
be.
reimbursement?
This is actually like a first for the podcast. Nicolai.
What, 4 people?
You're the first person to be on here more than once, other than me. It doesn't
Yeah.
count as I host.
Yes!
I'm the first guest to get multiple appearances.
Quickly, kill him now! Kill him now! I mean,
You're now a recurring character.
Sweet.
What the hell was that noise?
She was tickling me.
yes,
told you.
tickling, the sound of death.
Quickly, while his hands are occupied!
Haha! The squirming you can hear is him almost attacking glassware.
This is already...
Assholes.
This is going horribly.
This is going fabulously and you know it.
It's wonderful on so many levels.
I'm like, first podcast, like, yeah, 3 people, that should be fun. Nice, easy conversation. Then the second podcast is just 2 people, then 2 people. Now it's 4 people and it's crazy. It's just ridiculous.
4, the magic number for chaos.
It's the same thing with
So which one are
beer
you?
ads.
It can be divided by 2.
In a beer ad, you never have one guy because he's an alcoholic loner. You never have 2 guys because it's a gay couple. You never have 3 because it just looks wrong. And 4 is the right number, unless you're New Zealand, in which case it's a gang or a boy band.
We are the best boy band ever.
Or a gang
We have a girl.
We're also not idiots.
Or it's a gang of boy bands and they
uh,
just fight each other in an alleyway. They rumble.
Goodbye.
I am Pan, damn you! Pan! Which raises the hard-hitting question of the day, does it not?
You're a
Wow.
half goat.
That's
Maybe.
the first actual segue I've had to the hard-hitting question. I normally just ask it after saying, like, what's up or something.
I am fantastic for
Do
this
not
podcast.
say the ceiling.
The ceiling?
It's up. Up
Okay.
its direction.
No, the hard-hitting question today is not what's up. The hard-hitting question today is something my friend asked me the other week, and that really annoyed me because, well, we disagree a lot and argue for no reason.
Which friend was this?
He doesn't want his name to be said on the internet.
Unimportant,
So-
his hard-hitting question was...
He
It's
asked
a
me,
goat.
do people have a type? Like, you know when you're talking about, like, someone goes say, like, he likes brunettes. The brunettes are his type. Do you think everyone has a type?
I think most
No.
people do. Some people's type. Some people just are more broader. But a lot of people have like that one thing where it's just like, okay, yes, I find this physically appealing.
A lot of people will have a singular sexual or lustful desire for a specific thing, tits, ass, brunette, whatever, goat. We don't really care. It is technically a type, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't
We are
actually...
not endorsing bestiality on this podcast,
You may be,
people.
like,
I may be.
I'm questioning what you're defining as type as opposed to just an attribute that someone finds attractive.
That's what a type is. A type is just assigning like an attribute to someone. That is what you like, which means
Yeah.
It
that
is the
attribute
standard
your
by
type.
which all dating they attempt.
So you know the sexy nerd look, or the goth.
Sexy
or-
nerd look? That's a
redheads
lie.
or
Yeah, but let's say
Be
the,
sexy and a nerd. It is not a
the
look.
sexy nerd look or the goth whatever, that's more of a full body thing as opposed to brunette, which is just one part of...
it can be either. It can be really
That-
broad or very specific.
See, but the
Point
question therein is,
I'm wondering-
does everyone have such a thing?
And more importantly, what are all yours? Because I'm not telling.
Ah, you bastard!
Well, I know that theirs are both human.
Okay, so I
That is
suppose
quite literally the extent of
one
mine.
of
I
us
have
should
not
start.
taken
Hat, the disembodied voice, will start. Yes, the disembodied voice has a type. Curious, is it not?
This is like picturing a floating head. I'm the disembodied voice.
No, that's who we have doing the thing at the end of the episode.
floating
Hi, I'm the disembodied voice. It's just a floaty head.
If you know me from serious things, I am here. Still, my type, as you would put it, being pansexual. For those of you who don't know what that is, I'm assuming some of you may not.
Most won't. This is
Okay.
people that watch my channel.
Oh, okay, basic comedians. Anyway. Ooh, low blue.
Not even basic comedians.
Ouch. Even lower.
I watch his channel, dude.
We're going right underground.
You know, I'm a little offended that your actors don't watch my channel.
I do so.
Oh, cool.
I'm
Okay.
sorry,
Yeah,
I don't YouTube much and I forgot what it was called.
Also, I don't care.
I was only told about it once. Anyway,
It doesn't matter.
pansexual means I do not care about your gender. You yourself as a human could identify as a fucking dolphin. As long as I liked you, I could root you. Could. That's a could. Very definite could, ladies and gentlemen.
Probably the best explanation of pansexuality of all time, though.
I give that shout out, I give that explanation as much help to my other friends and family who have helped me come to that conclusion. Also to my enemies. Why? I don't know.
Also,
to keep them
Carl.
closer than your friends.
Yeah. Ah, yes, Carl, you dick. I know you're listening. You're always listening.
I will definitely send him a link to this
So,
podcast.
that moves on to Miss Verlo. Explain.
I like your radio voice, by the way. Very good. Anyway,
yeah.
continue.
I don't really have a preference as far as I am aware. So, by all definition, I could possibly be pansexual. I don't know. I could be half goat. But
That's not what pansexual is.
for those who are not aware,
Sexuality and goatology.
for
Difference.
those who are not aware,
Which is
Pan is a
everyone.
mythical being who is half goat and is the embodiment of spring and I believe Greek mythology.
I am not the embodiment of spring as a sexuality, just so you know.
But yeah, I have not yet come across anything that has gained my attention in a sexual or a romantic manner, so I don't know if I have a type or not. I do know that I would probably prefer a human.
Probably. So, any
I prefer inanimate objects.
any lusty aliens out there might want to hop on down and say hi. Just saying.
As I said, I haven't discovered it yet.
Nick Swartzen has a great bit about asexual people and like not
Segue.
knowing what you're attracted to. And just like yelling at his friends, going, "Dude, I just jacked it to this couch. What's wrong with me? I don't know anything."
So, now we move on
Just
to
goes on to talk about how guys
Mr.
can
Nicolai,
jack
the
anything.
giggling man. What is your type right after Oky Verlo kills you? My word, she is killing him.
God, it sounded like
There's blood everywhere! Oh, wait, no.
I get
No,
really
that's
worried.
air.
I get really
Air is
worried
not
every
blood.
time you move your foot because it's like swings straight past the microphone, like ah!
I got an idea.
Fuck off, stay away from my legs.
I'm just going to make
Getting
it
to the legs, are we? Careful of your feet. Ah! Ooh, how it stings. You stung the disembodied voice.
Wow,
Oh,
this
I'm
is
tickling him now.
dysfunctional.
This works perfectly. I don't know what you're talking
Let's
about.
not have mommy and daddy fight.
Aww, but I like fighting.
Daddy,
Anyway.
what does gay mean? Ask your Auntie Norman.
Wow, impressive.
Anyway, we were moving on to
So-
Nicolai.
Nicolai, your type, and apparently your sexuality too, because we have to define these things. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is straight. Do you know what that means?
Well, actually, do you know that? I mean, let's let him.
Are you?
I'm not trying to offend you. I'm honestly like,
If I can just
Giving
get
you a
a
chance
moment
to talk.
to get my voice back and
Can
just
you?
take a
Look,
breath.
That's a
Can
good
you-
I'm
question.
worried. I'm just worried. That
All
the two
these things and
newcomers-
more in the future of this podcast.
I'm just worried the two newcomers will try and take over, so we have to sort of.
Look,
Victim.
my preferences for women, because I am straight, is
There we
As
go.
far as
for
I'm
me
aware.
to know and for you to obsess over.
Okay, what the fuck?
Suck it.
Oh, you're assholes. Both of you. Weak-willed. A disembodied voice can say more than you, apparently.
That's
I'm more than
really-
a disembodied voice.
I have no
Oh.
problem saying it. My type changes depending on the day of the week.
Squid.
Ew.
Depends on what food I'm eating at the time. Yeah.
Calamari. I like blondes. Gonna have a nice prime
No,
red
you know what?
steak.
That's what it
Redheads.
is. I'm like a caveman. I'll see a girl, like a redhead girl's eating chips, like, chips. Redheads, I got it!
But then suddenly,
I like redheads and they like chips. We both like chips. We're meant for each other. Me
but
and
then
all
the blonde will be
redheads.
having a milkshake, and then oh
Don't
god,
you know, really, my type is somebody I can actually talk to without going to go.
my god, his type is a mouth with a tongue to go with
That
it.
is the title of this week's podcast.
Oh,
His type is a mouth.
Would you like to know last week's title?
I would indeed.
Last week, after a conversation with me and Nicolai, the title became "The Sprite is My Dick."
Oh wow, I have no idea what that means.
Well, by the time this has been put up, you will have been able to listen to the third podcast, so you will know what the Sprite is my dick means.
I am a disembodied voice. I do not have ears.
How are you reacting to everything I say, Mr.
An
Disembodied
excellent
Voice?
question,
Let's
isn't
not-
it, listeners?
Let's not start discussing the physics of the disembodied voice, shall we?
I am simply here, flying, floating, speaking.
And able to be
Playing-
swatted at.
How dare you!
Seriously, cool!
Ah!
Jesus
You
Christ!
too behave!
What does
Most
Jesus have to do with this?
Active podcast of all
I
time.
wear them around my neck.
It's
Oh,
just
fair
a
enough.
montage. No, a montage of podcast.
I don't know, a montage. I want to do a montage. Live
Okay.
And that was us singing badly the montage song, available on iTunes somewhere, I'm sure.
So
So now we are, what is it, we're merchant? No, advertising, that's it.
advertising.
We're
thing.
advertising, but I believe I have to go. The disembodied voice is leading. So long, so bye.
All right.
Stay
Disembodied
classy,
voice
New
must
York.
stay a move. Stay
Au revoir, mon ami.
Chemistry.
Yeah, I should probably head off too.
Alrighty.
Don't donate all the trap.
So,
In that case,
spontaneously,
It's just the two
that
of
was,
us.
Oky and Hat, everybody.
Toodles
They,
and level.
the bus stop will be on the opposite side of the street.
Yep.
The one you.
Toodles and level.
So, yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you. See you next time. I'm moving over. What's up? Alright, 12 minutes in. Now it's time
Nice.
for things to get more civil. Nice,
Unless, what the fuck?
quiet, and lovely. I don't know why I said we should do that. It was a huge mistake.
It was funny though.
It was hilarious. It was not a mistake at all, actually. So, since the first hard-hitting question didn't actually work as well as I thought it would, want to move on to the second hard-hitting question?
If you have a second,
I may have a second. I might. I'm not entirely sure. While I'm looking for it, let's just continue with another question. How's it going? See, I didn't say what's up this time.
yeah, because you know how I react. That's funny. One of the guys I ever met, he gets very shitty with me whenever I do that because it's the only way I react to what's up. It's direction. And so I would just be like, oh, hey, Morgan, what's up? It's a direction. God damn it, stop doing that! I'm like, dude, stop making it so fucking easy.
Alright, I do have another hard-hitting question, but it comes with a story.
Right.
So, I don't know if you know, but a bunch of my other friends are already angry at me for doing it. The other week, I bought an Xbox One.
Ah, yes, you were a fucking moron.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, but you, this is for this is for your own benefit. No, just let it happen, Lachlan.
Aww.
It's just gonna be once.
It sounds kind of rapey when you say it like that.
No, you deserve that slap in the face because you bought a next-gen console.
Okay. Anyway.
Just people listening to this podcast will back me up. He bought a next-gen console.
Everyone's so jealous.
No,
That's actually not-
I'm not jealous because you wasted a bunch of money on a piece of shit.
See, that's actually not the question. Well, that more right there was more related to the question. I really bought it because my brother and sister, who like it was their whole idea to go out to the shops that day and start spending money for something, and they had to drag me along because they don't like catching the bus by themselves because they're all lazy and boring and annoying. Anyway, they like inceptioned this idea of buying the Xbox into my brain really quickly. And then for about 3 hours, spent the rest of the time convincing me to do it. Eventually, obviously, I did. But my question is, how easily do you think you could convince someone to spend a dull amount of money on something? Like, it seems pretty easy, now that I've realized it's happened to me a few times.
I don't
It's
know,
just-
I'm not that... It's weird, I don't have that persuasive charm about me where I can sweet talk anybody into doing anything. I know people who can, though.
Those are
And
dangerous people to know.
Oh, no, I have them on side. And I know when they're trying to sweet talk me, so that when they do, I know exactly what they're doing, so I can turn around and slap them upside the head and say no. I've seen people who can sweet talk anybody and get a number inside of 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And sorry, hang on. What's the hiding question? Is like how
the hiding question is like, how easily do you think you can manipulate people? Like, how easily are people manipulated? Because
that depends.
When you think about it,
always depends
it's
on
really
the
easy to
subject.
manipulate
That always depends on the topic and what you're trying to manipulate them to do. Because I mean, if for the sake of argument, you were trying to convince Hat to have a one-night stand, you are in for a fucking nightmare. That guy is stoically he just doesn't want the one-night stand thing.
Right.
That's just him and it's probably been so, And he's explained that to me. Instead. So trying to convince him to do something like that would be a freaking nightmare. Trying to convince him to be a spaz, or, spend a lot of money on a weapon, because he, does quite like the swords and the whatnot, and he knows a lot about them.
Well, yeah.
But something like that, so like, an authentic sword or Suzama or something like that, that you could just be easily because you just have to say, do it.
Okay.
And sometimes there is a lot. You get to that point where all you've got to say to somebody is, do it.
Do it.
You want to do it. And the more you say that, yes, the more annoying it is for them. But sometimes they will just do it to shut you up.
That's how my brother and sister got me. They went, "Did you buy a necklace one?" I went, "No. Not at all. Never. Why would I? There's nothing on it." And then 3 hours later, I was like, "You should buy a necklace one?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I should really check if there's a better deal somewhere." Like, I never would have done that 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty glad I bought it now, to be honest. There's some really good games on it. There's stuff on it. It's like buying a sports car. Well, the sports car version of the 360. I'm not buying a sports car. I'm not an idiot. I really wish I bought a sports car.
You are so stupid.
Yeah. That's my problem. Like, I'm easily manipulated.
I've known you for 10 years. I know I can talk you into doing some stuff that you normally wouldn't do.
Exactly. I'll sometimes rethink something that I know is true, that happened to me because someone else doubted it. Like, an example from the other week, I found in the bathroom the toilet roll was empty and no one had refilled it or anything. So I went around asking who did it just because it's annoying. Go in the bathroom again and need toilet paper. Asking people who did it and everyone's denying it. It's like, did I do it? I know I didn't. 5 minutes ago, I knew, 100% I knew I did not empty the toilet roll and leave. Someone else had to. But everyone else is going,
if you go
no,
around
it must
asking
be
people
someone else.
who left the toilet, who didn't change, who didn't add more rolls, nobody's going to turn around and say, oh, that was me.
Yeah, but at the same time, I doubted myself because they're like, maybe you did it. It's I know I didn't. It happened to me. I know everything that has, in my life. I saw it. I was there. I'm the witness of myself.
If you're not the witness of yourself, something is wrong with you. Problem is, the witness of yourself isn't exactly a valid alibi. It's I said it didn't happen. That's valid because
not in
I
a
said
court of law.
I was there.
Not in a court of law, but in this situation, I'm asking the question. I know the answer. I know I didn't do it. It's just this weird thing. I've realized in the past few days how manipulatable I am. Is that a word, manipulatable?
Easily manipulated.
Yeah, that one. I can be manipulated easily. Yes. Etc.
Yeah. It's kind of one of the things that's going to be funny about you having your own company.
Yeah. Look, the other part about it, the meaning is manipulatable, is I don't really care.
Yeah, you're very laid back.
It's not really stressful to me. If it doesn't matter to me, I'll do it anyway.
Yeah, admittedly, I'm the same. And honestly, I'm the kind of person that goes... if I don't want to do something, I won't do it. But for the most part, if I really don't see it as an issue, I can be talked into it just because of... well, why not?
Yeah.
And but then again, that's, something else. For instance, if you tried to talk me into buying a next-gen console, you would fail miserably. Because, personally, I'm just not a heavy gamer. I'm not going to spend my money on a goddamn Xbox or a PS4.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just not.
Makes sense. No, in the end, I ended up weighing the options and actually bought it because it seemed like a good idea.
Yeah.
But
there are
I
other
never
things-
would have thought about it until they started trying to manipulate me.
That's the thing,
That's my point.
there are other times, for instance, one was when I actually, when I was doing the holiday clean, and I was technically working full time. And so for the first time since it started working, I had a $1,500 paycheck, and I was like, sweet, I'm gonna make this last. I went out with my friends 2 days later and spent more than half of it.
Yeah.
I bought the complete Full Metal Alchemist manga. That cost me $300.
Jesus Christ.
It was actually no, it was $300. But it was 27 volumes plus a novel, and each volume was like $16 a piece.
It's just too much to read in one go. Like, don't buy that in bulk.
Oh, damn, but I did because it was awesome. It was a brilliant series. And you're an idiot. But no, so I bought that. I bought 2 volumes of Claymore. I bought first 5 seasons of Red vs. Blue with the bonus content thing.
Nice.
I spent
Fantastic
so much
shit.
shit, and people just like seriously. My friends that I was with just kept going, "Oh, this you wanted this," and I was just like, "I got money. I turned around and went like, "Okay, I've just got enough," and then they went, "Oh, I found this, and I know you like this. Okay, I'll buy that." I found this, and I know you like this.
The I got money excuse is the worst possible thing to start telling yourself. I'll do that too. Like, we went prop hunting yesterday for a university assignment, and they're like, "Yeah, I can pay for it. I got money. I don't have any money. I never have money."
It's because you keep getting. Because every time you get money, you're like, "Oh, sweet money."
It's like, "Hey, look at Xbox One. Let's buy those."
Yeah.
That's probably how dumb I am. I'm gonna forget that I have one and buy another one. Like, I've got money.
If you bought a second
I'm
Xbox,
unstoppable.
I'm sorry, but if you bought a second Xbox One, I would do the good thing for the world and for you and break it over your head.
It wouldn't be good for the world. It's an Xbox One.
Exactly.
Just sell it to someone.
Then I'd have to live
break
with the guilt of giving somebody a next gen
Break
console,
it in slow motion and we'll film it.
and then send it, and then just try to be the Australian version of the slow mo guys.
Yeah, which are also fantastic.
Yeah, actually, I do like this stuff. It's actually really
Alright.
fun. So yeah, now we're talking about another person's podcast, another person's show.
Another more YouTube stuff. I think we do this quite a lot. We just start talking about things.
Topics change.
I mean, like, we instantly go to the internet.
Yeah.
Well, not instantly. It takes us 20 minutes.
Okay, this is going to be on the internet, so you really, in today's day and age, you really can't avoid the internet. It's like a plague.
Mm.
Everyone has internet-itis. Okay, sorry, everyone over the age of 8, which is sad.
No. Below 8. Kids these days are just horrible.
I know.
We sound old already, but like, all of them.
I have met kids that I wanted to backhand into next week because they were shits and their parents were incompetent.
I think we
twats.
realised, like, everyone pretty much under the age of 16 and under, this is kind of a jerk.
Your sister's alright.
Yeah, you don't know what like I do. But, like, you know
But
what
again,
I mean?
I don't have to deal with your sister a
A
lot.
generalisation.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
a generalization. Well, that's the thing.
Most of
I
it
know a
is kind
few.
of
I know a few.
cruddy.
I know a few people who have kids that are younger who are, not annoying as all hell. But then, like, as everyone's just like, "Oh, you can't smack kids." And again, we talked about this in last week's podcast.
Did I say I blamed Y2K last week?
I don't know.
Because that's what it is.
Like, I was thinking some of the
Y2K.
dumbest things I've seen was I saw a mother walking down through Woden with her 2 kids, and they both had iPads. And this wasn't, "Here, you can play with mummy's iPad." This was the kids.
This is the going, Mum,
Because
can I
it
play with
had-
my iPad right now?
That and the other one, okay, one of the kids did ask for his iPad, and she handed it over. The other one had their own iPad, and it had a name on the back in big sparkly letters with stickers all over the back. I'll assume that wasn't the mother's. And I'll further assume this wasn't the mother's because the kids' one had the same detailing on the back.
This is like drool marks on it as well.
No, it was just like you know how kids go for stickers and shit like that. It was just that all over the back of the iPad, and I'm like, you bought a 5 and a 7-year-old an iPad.
Mm.
What the fuck?
My sister actually saved up and bought her own iPad.
Okay,
Like,
that
that's
I'm
respected.
fine
That's
with.
awesome.
That I am fine with. But props
Yeah.
to your sister because she bought it herself.
On the other hand, she's never not on it. She's always on that thing.
Oh
Which
yeah,
is kind of a
I really
shame.
do see her without her iPad. But that's the thing. And like again, people just don't. They just go onto the internet and everyone lives on the internet. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ! Like
You're pretty new to the internet. Like, well, not like the internet, but like social media sort of
Yeah,
stuff. You're only
social
a really
media,
good DeviantArt.
Okay, so DeviantArt I had since 2011. Facebook I got since 2012. Because, I mean, like, I just never felt like conforming to Facebook. I never really saw a reason to do it. I already knew what was going on along with all my friends. Because I talk to people.
But boy, is it helpful now, planning a show.
Oh, yeah, it is. But actually, no, and that was the reason why I got Facebook. I was joining a group, and all of the information about that group and what they were doing in the next plan, the next meetup was on Facebook.
Ah, okay.
And they turned around and said, look, we'll either drop you from the group or you get Facebook. Spent $900 buying all the equipment I needed for this group session, for this group project. I was not about to not get Facebook.
Yeah.
Because
if
that
Facebook's
was...
still between you and actual successful things, you
Yeah.
get Facebook.
I didn't get it for a social reason. And that's actually one of the reasons why I put my name up like that, is because I didn't get it because I wanted to be social. But people found me. And again, it's like some people found me, and I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, why did you find me? I don't want to deal with you. We are not friends.
Alright.
I put up
Alright.
with you. There's a difference.
Is it comfortable saying who they are? We can laugh more if I do.
Betty.
Okay, I have to cut that out because I actually... We'll just see that. Yeah, it's Betty.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like...
Oh no, you have a friend named Betty as well. It's not you, Betty.
It's not the actual friend named
It's
Betty. It's
Benny.
But like,
Got
he
it.
found me, and I was just like, why you? We aren't friends. You know we're not friends. I put up with you.
No, friends on Facebook aren't like actual friends. Friends on Facebook isn't friends, it's just people you saw one time with that thing.
Okay, actually, I can't argue with that, because I do have a friend like that on Facebook.
That's all people on Facebook.
Yeah, I know, but no, that's like, okay, I've got I've got two friends that I've sort of met once and actually gotten along with to the point where I'd say yes, and then it's more of a chance encounter. But then there's other people, like, for instance, like, the amount of people that have found me from school, and I just went, no, I'm not gonna be your friend, you're a dick. We never were friends when we first met in year 5.
Everyone in year 5 is friends with each other though.
I'm like, everyone is friends with each other for the first week until they form the social groups, and then when you hit year 6, everyone's friends again, and then when you get to year 7, all of those people who were friends and you could go up and talk to, go away and don't want to talk to you because
You smell
you're
like
now
married.
in high school.
Yeah.
No, the amount of people
And
I knew that went
Year
to
11, you're all friends again.
yeah, no, but the amount of people we went to school with that turned around and were like, pretty much up till year 5 and 6 were assholes to me. We were kind of friends with, and I was like, I could have a conversation with any of them. And then the second we got back to year 7, it reverted back to being dicks. And I'm like, you are the biggest, shallow, two-faced bitch I know. I've said that to people too. It's brilliant. Their reactions are so... You know that look when you tell somebody off and they can't deny any of it? Like, where they just go, holy shit, he's right in every sense. I cannot argue a bit of it.
I am a bitch.
And I love those reactions when you just turn around to somebody and you call them out for who they are. And in this case, a lot of the people who were in high school in year 7 8, I turn around and call them two-faced bastards or bitches because that's what they were. We got to a point where we were like friends or we could talk, and then they just treated me like I had the plague or something, or were back to being assholes. And then they buddied up to me when they wanted something, and I just turn around and go, no, you're a two-faced bastard, go away. It's like you heard if you do this, I'll be your friend.
I love that
I
excuse.
fucking floating around everywhere, but it just got to the point where I'm turning around and went, no, why? Because I've heard you say that before, and we are not friends. You are a dick. Go away. Admittedly, because you say that in school and there are people around you, teachers kind of complain at you.
Yeah.
I got that in... The worst is...
That's what it is, actually. By the time you get to 5 and 6, you're forced to be friends with so many people, you actually just become friends with them.
Yeah.
They're trying to just instigate peace, like, forcibly.
Well, they're trying to... they're trying to get to be, so by the time you're in year 5 and 6, you sort of have that adult mentality of, you just gotta let it go and deal with it.
The best part of university is no one cares. We're just like, yeah, let's all be buddies.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Cool.
In university, everyone's over the social...
Yeah, we're all adults.
class...
Okay.
that's debatable.
We're all immature people that are...
You're all immature idiots. You're all immature idiots. That's the thing. You've gotten to that point where you don't see like social cliques as such a big thing.
Yeah.
But that is something that is very heavily instigated during the first years of primary school, which sort of wears off, and then just comes back in a fury during high school because everyone suddenly went, oh, there's more people, I must conglomerate back into my safe clique, and all those people who I actually know aren't bad people, I will treat like crap because I have new friends and they don't like it because they don't know them. And yet there's the whole, but you know that if they did talk, we'd be friends.
That sounds so heartbroken. Like, it's like quiet in the thing. It's like, but...
It's just stupid. But you see it all the time. Like, by the end of year 11 and 12, pretty much everyone could just walk up to anybody and start having a conversation without it being weird or forced.
Yeah. I mean, some of them were a little more annoying than others, but like everyone could talk to each other in some way.
You could talk to somebody without having this whole, why are you talking to me bullshit going on.
Actually been extremely helpful for my YouTube channel. So I can send it to anyone now. I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
Just as all of them were just like,
But
we kind of know each other.
That's the thing, like, yeah, but that's the thing, like, I guess for far as Facebook friends go, I friend people that I can talk to and have things in common with so that I'm not just, so there aren't obligatory people on my Facebook as friends. Because there have been other people, like, and I just turn around and go, no, why? Because we're not friends. And that's the thing, I keep my Facebook...
It's a horrible thing to say to someone. I mean, it's true, but it's just so heart-wrenching. The way you said it's like, because we're not friends.
I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
It's true.
Is
I'm not
the
denying
truth
that.
too hard for you?
But I can't handle the truth, alright?
You can't handle the truth.
This is very unrelated. But do you ever, like, have... this is like, I can describe it, like... I can't describe it now. Like an inner monologue zinger. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know when you
yes.
you're like a word, you see someone there and you like think inside your head a great joke, but you can't say that because it's horribly like offensive to them. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
But there was one I had that really shocked me for some reason. It had nothing to do with like it wasn't a zinger. It was just me thinking. I was in the movies. I was going to go see Captain America. Fantastic movie, by the way.
Second one or the first one?
Second one.
Okay.
This is recently.
Okay.
And I was just standing in line, and there was like a bunch of girls behind me, obviously seeing some other movie together, like Twilight 7 or whatever. Twilight 7: The Return of Justin Bieber and My Little Pony. I'm gonna keep going with this.
Stop spitballing stupid.
Anyway, so the girls are talking about, it's like, oh my god, what do you want to eat and all that stuff? And one of them just goes, oh, you guys have popcorn, but I'm not going to eat any. And in my head, like, I've just heard this. I don't know why, but all I just thought, she goes, you have popcorn, I don't want any. Yeah, of course you don't, you bitch. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know these people. I have no idea why. I'm just like, of course you don't want popcorn. You, I've known for 5 seconds. You obviously don't want popcorn. I feel like I wouldn't like you even if we did actually meet. Slut. Like, I don't know why. It was just this horrible thing to think. So it really distracted me when I walked up to the counter and I was like, hey, what'd you like? I'm like, a movie. Captain America, large food. It just ruined my brain because I shocked myself with this horrible thought. Like, yeah, of course you don't, you bitch. It was like, what?
Yeah, that's a bit like, they should turn around and say it.
Yeah, that would be the next step. I love doing something like that though. Just like, I was in, I go to the shops a lot for some reason. Anyway, I was in the shops the other day and I was going up there, and I looked down and just saw this, like, a barber shop, a gentleman's barber shop, with just a bunch of, like, really woggy dudes all in the same football jersey with the same haircut. I was like, yep.
I'm sorry, that just made me giggle.
And then just in my head, I'm like, yep, they skipped leg day for haircut day. I'm like, ha! Good one, Lachlan, you're a genius. Write that down. Don't write that down.
For the most part, I have those things, and I just keep them to myself because when I get into those situations where I'm thinking ahead of what to say, it's more of me and a friend or an acquaintance, and we're just taking the piss out of each other, and I've gotten to the point and I'm just I've stopped myself and like, no, that's a bit too far. That's stopped from being a joke, and that's just trying to be mean.
Is Warlock an offensive racial slur or just a regular racial slur? I said it a minute ago, and now I'm worried that I'm being horribly racist without realizing it.
Is Warlock an offensive racist slur or just a racist slur? There is not a subcategory like
There's a difference.
You don't just you don't segregate
There's
races.
a movie called Wog Boy.
Yeah, but
Like, do you think do you think I don't know where Wog's from?
I'm sorry, but
Greece.
yeah, everyone
Do you
is
think they
going
would be
to.
offended by it, or do you think they just?
I'm sorry, but you will always find a part of because there is ethnic groups and minorities and blah blah blah, and they will exist because, well, they do.
We're getting the facts here, people. There are ethnic groups.
At least one part of a ethnic group or belief or whatever will find some reason to bitch about shit like that. Hell, for one of them was game theorist. He was talking about there was this online game. No, there was this online game called Smite, and a lot of religious groups bitched about how their gods were being produced. One of them was, oh, you're pornifying our goddesses, blah, 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 blah. And you then get shown the source material for what these gods be wearing. And one of them was literally a mini skirt made of severed limbs and a necklace of heads that occasionally covered her nipples.
Occasionally is the best part of that sentence.
Yeah, no, there is art where there are full-blown nipples. I mean, they're kind of really. It's like sticking an angry bird to. It's like sticking Flappy Bird to a chest. That's how they looked. That just looked, honest to God, how they looked. I looked at those and just went.
Brush up against the nipples and just wah 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 wah. Just start again.
But honest to God, like there were pictures of the goddess Kali in Hindu mythology. And there's honest to God, there were where it looked like somebody had stuck Flappy Bird to her chest and palmed it also off as a boob. And the version of her in the game has effectively just got a strap over both boobs and a skirt. Oh, this is pornification. I'm sorry, have you seen your source material?
Do you think like the ancient
that wasn't as much of a problem.
Yeah, like they just like start drawing and like
No.
I'm gonna love this at church tomorrow.
Every single ancient culture, nudity was not a problem.
They don't care.
You
know what? I blame fashion designers.
No,
they made more clothes for us.
This isn't a pagan religion, but it actually comes back to Judaism and similar religions because Judaism had the whole Garden of Eden story, and Adam and Eve, they took the bite of the apple. And they knew what they were, and then they saw shame. Ancient cultures, ancient Rome, ancient Greece, ancient Egypt, that wasn't so much of a thing. Hell, there are freaking, like, you go through ancient Greece, there are records of, actually, I think that's not really well. Okay, the ancient Egyptian standard of attire for women was effectively a dress which could go anywhere from the waist to the nips, and then something worn as sleeves. For the most part, they would have their boobs hanging out, and they would walk down the street and buy food.
Something worn as sleeves. That's also a good
You
contender
look
for the
at
title.
but you look at the design of a lot of ancient Egyptian dresses made for women. Like half of them will cover up the boobs. Half of them, and these are all okay to be worn in the marketplace.
That number sounds weirdly high to me from what you've already described. Like half. It's like a 50-50 split. It seems like more people will be wearing less clothes.
Yeah, but that was the thing. And so
the sheer economy.
But that was the thing. In ancient cultures and whatnot, nudity wasn't a problem. It was a facet of today's day and age. And admittedly, a lot of today's day and age was influenced by Christianity and other such religions. And that whole, nudity is bad.
I like having you on the podcast. You actually have opinions and stuff. I think I said it last time, but it really comes into effect when we talk about race, religion, sex, and pretty much anything.
Well, that's the thing. And again, with the people who listen to this, some of them will sit down and hear my point of argument and go, he doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's got a good point, he's sat down and he's thought about it, or he's looked at it and sort of made his own decisions.
Or he's just rambling.
And other people will go, that's offensive and you're a fucker. And
they'll stop listening instantly.
Yeah, and then there are other people who go, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, no, blah, blah, and I'm a bitch because I can.
What? I'm confused. You're a bitch because you can?
I'm a bitch. Okay, I say I'm a bitch in the sense that I will bitch about stuff because I can. Not because I should or because I have some deep connection to the source material, but because I just can bitch about it.
I was on Facebook the other week and I made some post about a news story about some criminal dude that did something. And it says, such and such is feeling like the criminal that did this should fuck off. And then he added, you shitface or whatever. It was just this weird grammar thing to me. It's like, he feels like that guy should fuck off. And then I feel like he's calling me a shitface for reading it. That's how it reads. It's like, I'm just going to add a name. Bob. Bob should fuck off because he's the criminal Bob should fuck off. You should have. It's like, that's not against me.
Yeah.
You never say
grammar is important.
I feel like I should have a hot dog, bitch. You just, it doesn't work.
Yeah, you don't walk up to the counter and turn to the person serving you and go, all right, give me this. Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I felt like adding a racial slur for effect, but I don't think I should.
Mainly because you're a white person.
No, just because I don't think I should. I don't think I need to devolve this into racism.
We keep coming back to race, but I feel like white people are least allowed to say racial slurs. Anyone else is fine.
Kind of why we're the most discriminated ethnic group.
Yeah, people don't like us.
No, well, yeah,
with reason.
Yeah, there's reason for it, but that's
I'm on their side.
There's a handful of shit I can't say because somebody will turn around and say, "Oh, that's racist." That's versus ethnicity, and then there's another handful of shit I can say about gender, and somebody's going to jump the gun and say that's sexist.
Feminism. Have you ever met a feminist that just doesn't really care? It's full blown or none at all. You know what I mean? Feminists, actual feminist people that attend the meetings and everything. They're all the way, and then people are just no. There's no one in the middle that's just feminism's cool. I'm a feminist now. Everyone else is just...
Bill Bailey.
Bill Bailey.
Oh, he's a feminist!
I don't like Bill Bailey.
He is a feminist.
His face annoys me. That has nothing to do with his points of view, I'm just pointing it out. His face annoys me.
But no, Bill Bailey is, if there was an in-the-middle feminist between extreme and don't give a fuck, Bill Bailey.
Alright then.
Because he addresses the issue, but he doesn't go overboard on it.
Yeah, every portrayal of a feminist is always so extreme.
Yeah. But then again, I know other ones which is, actually, no, sorry.
Anyone who's not a feminist is just a misogynist and all that stuff.
I know two women who honestly just look at nowadays feminist movement, and these are both women, and they look at nowadays feminist movement and go, it is total bullshit. Their words, not mine. One of them...
Good defending.
One of them is my
mother. Feminists are already offended.
No, they can be.
They're offended.
No, one of them is my mother, and she turned around and went, there was this news report going on about how women don't have as many high-paying jobs, and Mum just turned around, and that was just read from the news, and Mum turned to the TV and just said, that's because the ratio to gender isn't 50-50. For high-paying executive jobs, the ratio for applying in gender isn't 50-50 male-female.
Yeah.
That is why this is a male-dominated market, because... Well, that's the most people that apply.
Also, because of just modern history, they started there 50 years ago as white males.
150, dude.
No, today's executives.
Yeah.
They're not 150 years old.
Yeah, I know.
Some might be. I mean, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump isn't human.
Donald Trump can't die at this point.
Donald Trump isn't human.
He's sent, he's
an alien, he's sent to observe us.
I am Kang, and this is my sister, Kodos. Hello! My favourite just way of saying hello of all time.
Yeah.
Just that. This is my sister, Kodos. Hello! I did it twice now, and I can still see where I did it earlier on the little waveform.
Yeah, because podcast.
Have you played Ratchet and Clank?
Which one?
Oh, I don't remember which one it was. It was one of the old ones. I think
I played the first four. I played 1, 2, 3, and
the second one. When Dr. Nefarious is he's introducing his 3 minions, and they're all attractive robot women. And Mandy, it's hi sugar, and then Candy, how you doing? And then it's and Bubbles, hey, how you doing? It's just this is a great moment. I don't remember what the actual names were called. I know it's Ratchet and Clank. I don't know which one.
Because
Don't know
that
when it
sounds
was.
that's okay. That's one of the ones on the PS3 because that wasn't in any of the other ones. Because Dr. Various only shows up in the third one. Ratchet and Clank shows. I don't know the full. But then again, that sounds exactly that's pretty much taken from Futurama when they're on the moon. It's like, all right, you can stay here as long as you don't try to sex up any of my 3 sexy robot daughters. And they just get to end the Crushinator. Hello.
The Crushinator appears in Futurama a lot. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it's one of the most popular sub-characters.
Other than Scruffy.
Oh yeah, Scruffy. Legender.
Have you heard
Scruffy gonna die the way he lived.
Have you heard Steven's impression of Dr. Nefarious?
No.
It's really good. Really, really close. It's
I haven't
amazing.
seen Steven in ages.
Wow.
Me and Steven used to be best buds.
And now we're not. I
Pretty much.
wish you would tell me. I've got Frozen stuck in my head now. Do you want to build a snowman? Copyright. Crap.
Just edit it out.
Never. You
Well,
can never get rid of Frozen.
But that's the thing, it's like,
Have you seen Frozen?
No.
Oh, you should. Everyone else loves it. Which probably means eventually you'll find someone that hates it.
Oh no, I have this critic.
Okay.
I'll show it to you, he does this amazing song parody. Like, he starts out actually liking it, and then he's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, people, just get over it. And it is actually brilliantly done. I'll show it to you after it.
Awesome. I really like Frozen, but anyway, it's pretty old.
I
It's pretty
haven't
old news.
Jesus Christ, it's like, what, 4 months ago?
Yeah. It's old news now. We're on the internet. Old
Yeah,
news
I
is
forgot.
like
This
that.
is. I forgot. This is the internet. Old
That's
news
old
is
news
over
too.
than 5 hours.
That's old news too. Done. Old news. Ah! Don't hit me.
Then stop clicking every 3 seconds saying old news.
Well, that is old news. It happened more than 3 seconds ago.
If it weren't for the onset, if it weren't for the delayed onset muscle soreness symptoms in my legs and arms, I would be beating you up for that.
Why do you have that?
I was painting the house yesterday.
Okay, that explains
So,
why
you
your
know-
shoes are covered in paint.
Yeah. So I had to get all the fucking skirting boards and shit like that done.
Ugh, that's annoying.
So I had to
haven't painted
scrub.
before.
So I had to shimmy around the house on my hands and knees and shit like that.
Ah, Jesus.
And get up and back down and up and back down and all that. And so I've just got this bitch ass around my legs. That's why it was a pain in the ass for us to walk home. Or to walk back here. Oh, that was fine.
That was my phone. It wasn't the door. It's never the door.
Yeah.
I was going to say something. Oh yeah, I painted my room a while back when we moved into this house, and I painted like a chalkboard wall on it so I can have.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, but I did it like me and my sister did it, and I'm fairly sure we didn't air out the room enough because I think we might have been high from the fumes for a little while. It was like painting, and everything was just fun at some point. So I've got a picture of my phone of just a face that we've painted with chalkboard paint on the wall. And just all this crap. It was just like, we were probably pretty high.
Oh, that's the thing. Like you see that all the time. Like one of them was again, it's a scene from Questionable Content, which is something I fucking love because it was brilliantly written. It's a brilliantly written series. But there's a scene where they paint the coffee shop because there's 2 main locations for this entire story to happen: Martin and Faye's apartment and the coffee shop. They are the 2 main places that series. Those are the 2 main places that series to happen in. There are other like common recurring places like the bar and the library and whatnot. Like those shop a lot.
Yeah.
But there's a scene where they were painting the coffee shop. And so they've got all the paints, and then there's a Dora, Faye, and Raven are painting the coffee shop, and 10, 15 frame pages after they've started, there's just this bit of Raven slumped against the counter, bubbles swirling around her face, just going, and Faye's just kind of like as a half-hearted just so you know to Dora. I think Raven's high off the paint fumes. And she's talking in tongues. So, either call the Christian media or something else. Either way, will make a killing because it's like Raven. She's talking in tongues. It's just no. It's call the painting company or call the Christian media. Either way, we'll make a killing. Because she was just high off the painting fumes. And then there was another one where Dora's cat was high on catnip. That was fucking hilarious. She's having this neurotic conversation with her cat where she's got her own issues to deal with, and the cat is just going and it is high as a kite.
For those listening to the audio podcast, which it's only an audio podcast, Nicholas is lying around on the ground rolling and making noise. It's hilarious.
I'm not anymore. I was.
He was.
Yeah.
I actually started watching Park and Recreation. I don't know, have you seen that?
No.
It's really funny. Like the first season, it's a bit hard to get through, but then like they
were
shut down after 9 episodes and had to like recreate the show, and the second season's amazing.
Yeah, I think a lot of series have the first season hurdle, where if it doesn't like take off massively, they've got to struggle through the first season. They might get enough to do season 2, and then they'll expand from there. Like, I mean, Sanctuary is kind of an example, because Sanctuary did alright, and it was quite good in its first season. Its first season only had 13 episodes.
What is Sanctuary?
It's a sci-fi
Okay,
series.
makes sense.
But its first season had 13 episodes.
Really good.
I loved it.
Cool.
Its second and third season had 22.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. Its fourth season had 13 again, and I fucking hated the ending because it was just like, okay, yeah, we've sort of wrapped it up, and then we kind of haven't. But you know that it's done, but not everything's done sort of ending?
Yeah.
Like, okay,
it's the open ending, so they can keep making it if they have to.
Yeah, but they got cancelled.
Breaking Bad season 4.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Breaking Bad.
I'm sorry, it's a sufferer of overhyped to me, because everyone turned around and said this is the best thing ever. No,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry, you
everyone
are
says
equally
that.
as guilty as
I'm
they
not.
are.
Oh.
Yes, you.
I was going to say, I'm not going to say, oh, you should watch it or I'll hit you. I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Watch what
I
you
don't
want.
suffer the
But I
watch
do
it or I'll
recommend
hit
it.
you.
Like, as
Well,
a
that's
film
the
person,
recommendations I'm okay with. The problem is most people who recommended it to me then immediately start going on about how awesome and amazing it is. I also can't watch Game of Thrones because
You would love Game of Thrones.
I know, but
Of all people.
I can't sit down and watch it because everyone keeps saying it's amazing, it's good, and I sit down and watch it and I'm like, it's not bad. And I just have this immediate disposition to it because everyone says it's the best. I probably will sit down and watch it after everyone everyone shuts the fuck up about it and stops saying it is God's gift to the world.
The thing about those like shows like Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones is people always say they're the best after like the season finale of that, like whatever season's out, because that season in itself is amazing, but each like an individual episode is like just kind of slow, and then you get to the end, it's like, oh, it's all paid off, etc., etc.
Yeah, well, George R. R. Martin, he has a very build-up style of writing, so a lot happens without happening, and then all of a sudden, just BAM! What the fuck was that? What did you do? And honestly, no, some of the best writers are the writers that can kind of do that, but not have you sit down for 50 chapters going, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, no, if you wanted to get better at a show, someone's writing. Let's just wait. No, it's fine.
Well,
Wait,
it's podcasting.
we're just talking. It's just easier to cut out parents. Okay, fine. See you later. What was I going to say? Yeah, one of the best things to watch Breaking Bad for, if you like show stuff. I mean, you're making a show right now, so I'm going to talk before the door. I'm going to not talk while the door's closing.
So he's going to stare at you.
The door's still opening and closing and opening and closing. Trying to get the cats inside. Cats keep getting out the front. Like, we'll let them out the back. We're like, yeah, it's fun, you play. And we'll just walk out the front and just see them stand next to us. Hey!
My cat does that now. Ever since my dad bought his husky Baron, not Baron. I don't know. Okay, that's the annoying thing. Like, my stepmother Anna, she got Spanish accent. She's from Peru, and so I don't know if a B's a V's or a V's a V's. For those of you listening at home,
B's and B's and B's and B's.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know if her V's are B's or her B's are V's.
Those are different letters, just so you know. He's not just saying B's, 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 B's.
And so I just like, and again, it's just like, And it just gets me with a lot of accents where one letter that they say kind of sounds like a different letter thanks to the accent, and you just like...
I have this theory that if I had a kid, I would just start talking to him in a different accent so that kid grows up with that accent.
No,
It'd be amazing.
No, there was, I don't know if it's true, but it was floating around on Facebook. It's like, met a girl with a British accent, as he goes home and talks to her parents, neither of them had accents, and he's like, what the hell? And it turns out that, like, for the first 6 years, her parents talked with a British accent, so their daughter would have a British accent.
I took a really weird one. I picked, like, just Russian or, like, Spanish accent. Like, I want my kid to sound like Antonio Banderas. Hello, mother. How are you doing today? You're white.
I'm sorry, if I could give my kid accents, I'd give my kid the accent of Morgan Freeman.
Kid just sounds like Morgan Freeman because he's grown up thinking everyone sounds like Morgan Freeman.
Admit it, that is gold.
That's amazing. Genius.
I'm sorry, if I could make my kids sound like... Okay, I wouldn't... If I had a daughter, I wouldn't want my daughter to sound like Morgan Freeman because that'd just be weird.
You walk up to this... Your daughter's like growing up now, you walk up to the phone, like, how are you doing? She's like, hello. How are you? I'm Morgan...
Morgan Freeman.
I'm trying to think of a girl version of Morgan. There really isn't one.
No, there isn't. It's a bi-gender.
Oh yeah, it is. The girl version of Morgan is Morgan.
Yeah.
I knew that.
This was the funniest thing about it. It was like, oh, yeah, Morgan. It was like trying to come up with a girl. My name. It's the same.
There's not really one for Lachlan. The closest you get is Lauren. And it's too disjointed. You're like, ha, that's not me at all.
Yeah. Like, Nicolai's really easy because it's Nicolai, Nicole.
Still hurts though. That's a good point. Yeah, Nicole would work pretty well.
Yeah. So for whatever reason, we ever have a gender bender podcast where we're both chicks, because physics.
You can be Nicole, and I will be Nikki Webster.
Who was that?
You know Nikki Webster?
I probably know her.
8 years old, she was the biggest thing. She had one song that everyone liked, and now she's gone. Strawberry Kisses. That's probably not how it goes at all. I don't remember the song, but it was Nikki.
It's in my head now!
It's worth it though.
Oh, fuck you. I've now got Strawberry Kisses stuck in my head.
I just have those moments like, whatever happened to Nikki Webster?
That's not gonna leave for a while.
If it helps, I've had Royals by Lord stuck in my head for weeks now. Just one from the radio all the time.
I don't listen to the radio.
Well then, I'm not going to try singing again. I'll show it to you after, but I'll show it to you in there's a video where a guy just singing songs with Family Guy voices. Really funny.
Although one that Oky constantly puts in my head is Living the Vida Loca by Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin.
Oh, that was the best Comedy Central joke involving him on...
Uh-oh.
No, okay. It was a setup for a show, as two guys and two girls, and they're playing, and they're like, you get the whole, you've got to say a line that somebody's famous for, and you've got to figure out who it is, like, it's like, E equals MC squared. Oh, it's Albert Einstein. I'll be back. Arnold Schwarzenegger's the Terminator. And, he's going on, and he picks up one of them, really gay, but pretends to be straight anyway. Me! And everyone just stops and looks at him. He's a Latin pop star. I'm not a Latin pop star. It's Ricky Martin, dude. Oh.
Oh.
But it was just the best joke because you see these two women who are like, they're kind of into it and they're having fun with the game, and then they're just like, they just got that the stupid what? Look on their face.
I like the waveform of that. The little... You can get it for longer. You can make the noise for the longest. Oh, come on, you got a head start. Okay, ready? We'll try to make the noise for as long as we can. 3, 2... 3, 2, 1... No, I messed it up. I started laughing. Crap, you're still going.
Okay, I got a
sputtering moment at the end.
Like,
I think you won.
I got like a good 3 seconds.
What's important is you won.
Yeah, so that happened.
That was the
a
most
thing.
interesting minute of the podcast to date. Of the 4 weeks we've had, that was the best bit.
Really?
No.
Wow,
I don't
that's what
know.
I was about to say. These podcasts.
I feel
are
like the
pathetic.
conversations we've had that have sparked the titles of the conversations have just made these better.
Yeah.
I think I've got
Well,
2
these are a lot
contenders
of fun,
right now
so,
for this
you know.
podcast.
So hang on, what are the names?
The contenders right now are the one that we said earlier, which I forgot. And we've also got covering full-blown nipples or something worn as sleeves. I don't know yet. I'm trying to find ones that are shorter so I can still like show the name of the
Flappy
podcast.
Birds' boobs.
Flappy Bird's boobs is also pretty good. You think Flappy Bird got taken down? This is
Yeah.
old. This is old news.
Oh yeah, but there was a lot of reasons. A lot of people were bitching about just how hard the game was.
Yeah.
A lot of it was also about the level design and the look of it. It was like a copy and paste of Mario. The
Yeah.
original side-scrolling Mario's, like everyone was just. That was the biggest reason it got taken down.
I heard the developer like couldn't handle it anymore. There was hate mail and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, there was a shit ton of hate mail. But legally, he got shut down. But even if you wanted to keep going through the hate mail, he got shut down because ripped off Mario without actually paying royalties. And Nintendo is a dick when it comes to their intellectual property and what you do with it.
Which is weird because
Well, no, that's the thing.
Starbomb hasn't been sued. They have an entire album just parodying a bunch of different Nintendo characters. Like there's song about Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
Great song, by the way. It's called Luigi's Ballad. Luigi's confessing his love to Princess Peach, and Mario is just like trying to like singing back, trying to compare himself, and it's just all about Mario's dick. Whereas Luigi like actually like, has feelings and everything, and Mario's just it's really funny.
Yeah, Mario's a manhole. He's a violent, psychopathic manhole. If you want proof of this, go onto the Game Theorist YouTube channel and look up Mario is a psychopath.
Or
Those are brilliant episodes.
go onto the Pathetic Industries YouTube channel and just watch stuff.
You could do that if you didn't have a life.
They're listening to this podcast. What else do you think they're doing?
Good point. Oh, no, see, the thing is, this podcast is probably going to get listened to by more people, you know, after we've become big, if we become big.
That's a big if, too.
Because, I mean, admittedly, I can sit down and talk about this for an hour and 2 minutes, but I don't see myself sitting down to reenact the listening.
Wait, reenact the like you've already listened to it and you're like,
Well, yes.
guys, this is what I did when I was listening to it. Just watch me. No, it's still going. Just
I'm listening to it right now, aren't I? I'm listening to the words I say.
That's fair enough. Are you going to remember any of them?
Probably. I remember some of the stuff I said in the last podcast, and that was what? We recorded about, what, 2 weeks ago?
Shh. Yeah, we did. So by the time this comes out, it'll be 4 weeks from now. Well, next week, like I started doing this, recording these podcasts, so I can release them after the anniversary
Yeah, I
of
know.
doing weekly content, which is May the 1st. I don't want to date this, but today's date is 24th of April.
My birthday soon.
Wow! That came up fast.
Yes! Oh,
It's
well,
almost like it happens every year.
yeah, I know, but it's just snuck up on me.
You know another big party?
Mhm.
You always have big parties.
I kind of wanted it.
But I can't remember if you had one last year.
Yeah, no, I did.
Yeah, but I can't remember.
Yeah, there was a lot of alcohol. You talked to me about a steampunk Dubai story.
Oh man, that was going to be great. I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah, it was!
Can't draw it.
Yeah, but I might have one of them. Otherwise, I'm thinking, get this out. You know Wasabi and Civic? Wasabi and Civic, it's a teppanyaki joint.
Oh, I hate teppanyaki, but yes, I've heard of it. I went
You
there.
hate teppanyaki?
Suck it.
Bad at catching stuff in your mouth.
I spilled an egg all over my sister. Okay, how about we not cut this out, because this is a great story. So, we went to teppanyaki a couple of years ago for, I think it was my auntie's birthday. And there was the whole thing
So,
with
for those who don't know, teppanyaki is the where you sit around a hot plate and the cook literally cooks and throws your food at you.
It sounds fun.
Oh, it's fun as all
It's
fuck!
less fun than it sounds.
I had a ball
It's
with
not fun. I don't want to catch my food. I'm a white person. I can't catch normal things. I can't catch a ball, let alone dinner.
So you're saying the entire Australian cricket team would be better done by not white people?
No, I'm saying they'd be good at teppanyaki.
I like how you can be good at eating food.
Yeah, you're good at catching it to be able to eat it. Anyway, so he did this thing, he was throwing each meal at it, and he got to the eggs. I don't know why, he was throwing raw eggs at people. Most people caught it, some obviously didn't. It's an egg. It'll just crack in your bowl and you're like, oh, that's fun. Yay! Broken egg shouts. Woo! Anyway, I went to catch mine. It's the only thing I came close to actually catching that night. Everything else I just missed completely.
Right, so we're going to teppanyaki from the
Okay.
and you are coming if I have to
okay, in
drag
that case, you are sitting next to me so I can spill egg on you by accident. Oh, I ruined the story. Anyway, so I went to get this egg. And the egg touched the edge of the bowl, opened, and just ricocheted off the bowl all over my sister who's next to me.
That's gold.
Just head to toe in egg, and just shards everywhere on the floor. It was amazing. I caught half of an eggshell. One half fell in a bowl.
Nice. Solid effort, man.
It was amazing.
Solid.
She got 3 Freddo frogs out of it. From the teppanyaki place people, because she was crying and she was like 8. Which makes sense.
Fair enough.
When you spill an egg over an 8-year-old, they should get chocolate.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, I should spill things on kids more often.
That sounded so
Get
wrong.
so much food!
That sounded so disgusting.
Look, I got a
I should spill things on kids more often. What?
Alright, well, you're right to talk.
I'm just saying, teppanyaki for my birthday this year.
Sweet. Wait, not sweet, that's horrible.
Dude, it'd be fun.
Alright then. I'll order just like hot sauce and try and catch that.
It's kind of like expensive, like just a minimum
Packet of hot sauce though. Not
the smallest meal deal you get, and it's a full 3-course meal, is $35, but it's a full 3-course meal, and then you buy a drink.
And keep in mind you're inviting uni students who don't have any money.
It's 2 weeks away. Save up now.
I'll have less money by then.
Don't care, save up. You've got savings.
I'm coming, don't worry. It's your parties. Anyway.
But that's one thing I'm going to do. I probably will have a party. Although I don't know if I want to just do...
I've always just been a fan of just drinks and fun, you know?
I am too.
Like, going places is great, but it costs so much money. Just buy drinks.
I know, but fuck it, I'm not going to waste my money on alcohol.
Get everyone else to buy drinks. It's your party.
That's what I do.
Actually, Josh was telling me a story about that. Like, last year, we had a text. He just supplied food for the whole party.
Yeah, that was Josh's birthday gift for me for my 19th. He bought all the grog and their food
Dude's a
for
nice
that party.
guy.
Yeah.
The bastard. Making us all look bad.
That doesn't make me look bad.
Making most of us look bad.
Yeah, because I do the same shit when I have money.
Fair
That
enough.
usually falls under when I... Okay. It happened a lot. It was more of a thing the last year when I had money and I didn't have bills. And, the amount of money I was making was alright for a weekly thing.
A weekly thing.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Nice.
$250 a week is fine. You don't have to pay bills.
Yeah,
Like rent.
that's a good point.
When you do, it's kind of a lot.
Surprisingly low, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why I need a full-time job.
Which is gonna suck for me. Everyone else is moving on with their lives. I'm just trying to get them over to film.
There's one place, like the dramatic theatre company.
Yeah, you talked about that one.
If I can get that there, that's a 9 to 3.
Nice.
I love that. Also, it's working in drama, so I'd have access to actors.
Yes, that's genius.
Also, they're not underage, so, I can totally... this is going
Where are you going with this, buddy?
That just sounded bad.
Do continue.
Okay, I don't need the whole working with vulnerable people crap that I need for my current job.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
not what
I
I'm
can
talking
kind of
about.
turn around to them and go, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I'm shooting.
Well, I'm
porn next
recording...
week.
No, it's the whole... I'm recording of this. Are you interested in joining without seeming weird?
Yes. That is a good point.
Although, admittedly, yes, they I could totally hit on them and not get arrested for being a weirdo.
I won't get arrested. Just a warning, probably. I actually
Get
have no
fired.
idea. Well, yeah, you get fired, obviously.
Yeah, okay, if I was working in a school that wasn't, a uni or above, I wouldn't be allowed to flirt with people there and not go. Okay.
You know, until recently, the only jobs I'd ever had were at schools. Like, even media job, like filming jobs I did, they were all just at a school.
Yeah.
It's really weird how much time I've spent in schools.
Well, my current job is at a school.
Yeah, so is mine.
Can you still work in daycare?
I still am working in daycare, but I also have like a freelance media stuff every now and then.
Freelance media.
So it's cool. This is easier than just saying, hey, I film stuff sometimes. It's fun. Like, I have a different job like every time I do it. Back in 2012, it was me and a couple of other guys. One of the animators for your show, Nick. Me, him, and some other people just filming a like an ad for these people's school. Really good experience, actually. It was a lot of fun. But then they called us back to film some other stuff. And so every time I go to places, I have a different job. I do camera, directing, whatever I want. Best part about my degree. Well, this podcast has been going for a while.
Food.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you want to hit that?
I believe I do. What are we going to have?
Subway.
Before we go? Subway?
Subway or Kingsley's? Or...
Yeah, I like it. I'm kind of in the mood for candy. But then again, I'm always in the mood for candy. It's candy! Nothing can ever go wrong. A lot can go wrong with candy.
Just for anybody listening at home, if you ever see a big white van that says free candy, don't get the free candy.
Or you get a free van. And free candy!
And you get to,
just hijack the van.
Yeah, actually, no, that... Take the pedophile hostage! Kidnap the pedophile! No.
Show that it was Is that a bad thing to do, rape a rapist?
Yeah.
Or is it just karmic retribution?
I don't want to know.
Like, if you raped a rapist, are you a bad person? Or is he still a bad person?
I'm as bad as they are.
Fair enough.
At the end of the day, I am as bad as they are.
You can always just Dexter them. Dexter kills bad people. You can just rape rapists. It's your thing.
Yeah.
You can be a serial rapist.
Well, this is the weird thing. Is like, I kind of look at it.
This is the weird thing.
No.
Saying?
Okay, no, look. I look at the rape the rapist. I kind of go, that's weird. And yet you turn around to me and say, murder the murderers. And I'm like, whatevs.
We were about to finish. We can't end on murder the murderers and rape the rapists.
I'm sorry. This is your fault. You turn this into rapists.
Okay. I'm just going to tell a story then, quickly. Well, I'm going to ask you a question. What is the best sandwich you've ever had?
Footlong meatball from Subway with double meat, double cheese. No, this was the best sandwich I had.
Wow.
Footlong meatball, double meat, double cheese, barbecue, tomato sauce with lettuce.
Oh, that sounds great. No, I'm really
and salt and pepper. It's delicious.
Yeah, I like to go to like those small business.
Take the carrot cakes with me.
I like to go to small business cafes.
Those are brilliant.
I know. They always make the best food. They
And
just find the best
the takeout
sandwiches.
shops. You know the takeout at the Isabel shops, just up from
Yes.
The Isabella Royale that they had there. That was amazing.
Well, I never had it. I only ever got chips.
I'd go there, and this is the thing, because I'd head out with Eloise to have a thing every time we had a study. So this would be the thing.
It's fine having a name for it on this. You say it like 5 times. Anyway.
No, but like if we ever had a study at 5th, we'd leave at the beginning of lunch, head down there. Like it'd be me and her, or me, her, and Doug, and we'd head down there at the beginning of lunch, and I'd order that, and I'd finish it at the end of lunch.
I'm getting a call. Give me a minute.
And on that note, goodbye.
Hello?